Thanks for tuning in to another Acoustic Alternatives from Grove Studios in Ypsilanti. I'm John Bommarito. Grove Studios has been the home, as I've mentioned in pretty much every podcast in this series of the podcast for 5.5 years, almost 6 now. October of 2020 was when we started doing this. In fact, on October 21st of 2020, my second guests are back to join me on the podcast. The usually cheerful, joyous, fun Dave and Kristi are here. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Great, and so great to be back with you.
Things are a little different this time. No masks.
Yeah.
No masks. Phew.
Yeah,
Go
that's
back and watch
nice.
that early one. We were, talking through the masks, and you take them off to sing, and then we talk
my
through the masks
gosh.
again. Still, one of my very favorite moments of the 5+ years of doing this is what you guys opened up with, which was the reworking of Guantanamera with my name.
John Bommarito. We're here with John Bommarito.
You still remember it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That was a great... If you remember how you were feeling in the pandemic days, that was something I needed. Like, my heart had been so broken and crushed, and you did this really fun thing, and it made a big deal for me. So.
Oh,
Happy to do it.
we needed it too.
Yeah.
Well, since you were last here, you've noticed you're in a different room. You guys said you've actually practiced here before, right, at Grove? You've come and done your...
I've rehearsed
Yeah.
with Andy Capps and her badass women band
Okay.
a few years ago.
But if you remember, we were down the hall in one of the other rentable rooms in this space. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 other rooms. One of them's like a production studio. There's a DJ studio over here. And then there's this big space, which you could get your full band in. And then the one across the hall is like half the size with much of the same stuff in it. So, but today we're utilizing this because it's easier to shoot video. And this is, nice setup, right? So I hope you're enjoying
So
this.
nice.
I'm enjoying it.
Yes. Well, you guys since then as well have shortened your name from Dave Boutette and Kristi Davis to just Dave and Kristi.
It's so much better.
Yes, it fits on pieces of paper way easier.
Posters.
Yeah.
Well, this is the big deal that we're talking about today is this ARC show on Thursday, May 28th with special guest Brad Phillips, who I happened to see yesterday,
Yeah.
and Jason Denny, who was here not too many months ago with Rochelle Clark as a guest standing right where the two of you are standing.
I remember seeing that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're so pleased and honored that we were able to snag both of those guys to actually just be our sidemen that night and just enhance the songs because they do play on our record. They play on a lot of the songs we'll be playing, so it's just going to be great to just let those guys run and see what they do at the ARC.
Looking forward to it. Would you like to do a song from the newest record or something else? I don't know what you're starting with.
We don't know anything
Newest
else,
record.
Newest record. The newest record is called Chickadees, Dave and Kristi. What song are we doing?
This is
The one we just rehearsed.
yes,
sounds
this
like
is
a
called
great plan.
All Are Welcome Here. And it's in the key of G for anybody playing along at home. All right, ready? There we go.
Making my way to the promised land, where the fruit of the vine weighs heavy in your hand. Folks are tired and hungry too, so we lit a fire, boiled up a stew. Now the code of the road says feed 'em all to that we must adhere. I'll grab a bowl and sit on down, 'cause all are welcome here. Overboard on the stormy sea, yeah, the waves are rolling over me. I thought this is it, so long goodbye, when salvation caught my eye. Yeah, lad on the lifeboat shouted out, the situation is clear. There's always room for another soul, 'cause all are welcome here. You're welcome here. Welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. Saint or sinner, down or out, rich or poor, have no doubt. All are welcome here. Bethlehem wasn't much to see. And till a boy with the drum said, follow me. Now I've been known to spin a yarn, but you wouldn't believe what we found in a barn. Well, Joe said, you know how some things aren't as plain as they appear. Hang left at the lamb and squeeze on in, 'cause all are welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. tax collector, street sweeper, ghostly specter, beekeeper, all are welcome here. Anybody here been out of place? Lost in the shuffle of the human race? Anybody here ever bolted the door and never really know what for? Yeah, courage is not the absence of, but the taming of our fears. Are scared or not, you have a place, 'cause all are welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. All acquitted, all suspected, retrofitted or rejected, all are welcome here. All the lost and the found, hell-bent or glory-bound, all are welcome here. Tight-fisted, arm-twisted, red carpet, blacklisted, all are welcome here. Busted, trusted, loved or lusted, worse off or well-adjusted, all are welcome here. All the cursed, all the blessed, everyone.
And the rest, all are welcome here. All are welcome here.
Dave and Kristi on Acoustic Alternatives from Grove Studios. All are welcome here can be found on the Chickadees, the band's latest record. I'm holding it up to the camera for those of you who are watching the cameras. If you're just listening to the podcast and an audio thing, just look it up. It's easy to find.
Thanks.
Right?
Yeah.
We
It's got
take-
pictures of
yeah.
chickadees on it.
It
Yeah, we
does.
took full advantage of the internet and its searchable qualities.
Awesome.
Yes.
I was thinking that is a perfect representation of what I think of the two of you. Like what you're singing about and what you're saying in the song. You guys are just so like warm and welcoming as human beings. Let's take the musicians out of you. And just as people to talk to. Like I always feel like I'm part of whatever you're talking about. I'm part of your group, a part of your circle. So thank you for saying it in song.
Well, you are, and we treat you nice, because you treat us nice. And it's nice to have nice people in this nice world.
we do like that.
We got a great musical community here in Michigan, and
Yeah.
John, you're a part of it.
Yeah.
Is that your typical lead-off song at a concert these days? Is that when you start shows with usually? Seems like it would
we
be.
do often, yes. Just set the mood for the people that are there. All are welcome here. That's the message we would like to give people.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people that don't feel welcome, and we were just trying to make them feel better.
The newest album, the most recent full-length album, was released in June of last year. Made it all the way to number 11, you told me, on the folk DJ charts. Did you hire a team for this one, or did you do it yourself?
We hired Hudson Harding Music, and they did a great job.
Yes,
Do
for
you feel,
sure.
Do you feel like it paid off? Was that like a song that got a lot of radio play, that one? Because that's very radio ready.
I don't know which one got the most play. Do you?
No, I think it's hard to say. Like the DJs gravitated to about half the record, and yeah, there wasn't any kind of clear
Front runner.
now.
If this was my WHFR days where I was still programming a show that would be more like that kind of music, that would have been the song that I would have played the most frequently, just because it's super catchy. It's happy. It's radio ready, right? So.
That's great. I'm glad you think that. And we're going to give a shout out to Ross Huff, who created the horn arrangements and played on it, and brought in a trombonist friend, Matthew Martinez, to play as well. And he put a lot of the happiness in it as well.
Yes, for sure.
Well, let's review. You guys have been here before, and typically I actually don't invite guests for a second time because I do. Well, it's because I usually do a deep dive on the first visit, right? Especially if it's a solo person. I talk to them kind of in full about their life from start to end, and not end, to where we are today. You're dead. Sorry. You must go now.
The end.
No. So let's review a few of the things that we learned in the first visit, which you can find on your favorite podcast platform. Go to johnbommarito.com or just search for Dave and Kristi, Acoustic Alternatives. It'll be in there somewhere. But let's review what I learned. You met in Stout Junior High School in Dearborn. You can correct me along the way if I'm wrong.
That's correct.
You married much later.
Much later.
Yes. We learned about the Junk Monkeys and how Dave started his transition from a rocker guitar player to his more solo folky artist thing that he's doing. There was a story involving the Ramones watching you from the side of the stage.
True. Yes.
True story. I, at some point during that visit, wrote your tombstone for you. If you don't remember what it is, you'll have to go back and read it and listen to it again.
Yeah, I want to go rewatch that episode.
Or listen. We learned about Kristi's time as a rockette, as a temp answering phones for Warner Chaplin, not recognizing Sammy Hagar when he came through the door.
True.
Who are you again? What's your name again? Yeah, that was a funny story.
He was nice. Thank goodness.
That's good.
Yes.
You met Liza Minnelli at some point. We learned about that. We learned about how you became a singer and how now we're only 5.5 years behind that story today. So that's like a summary of about an hour conversation.
I love
with a
that
few
you
songs.
summarized it for us.
Well,
So
because I mean, again, normally I would
what we
ask all these
talked
like
about.
prodding questions and ask, about your history and stuff, but I've already done that. So we're going to have to find some other things to talk about. So Dave,
Yes.
how did songwriting change when Kristi came into the picture as part of your performing? Because when I first met you, you were just Dave Boutette.
Yeah.
And you'd come in and sometimes you'd play by yourself. And one time you came with your friend John Latini.
Yeah.
I know there was a song about on the record. But now, I mean, obviously you're married, but she's also part of your musical life.
True.
Does this change how you write a song because you're thinking about, oh, she can do this part? Or you still just write and then you figure out how much?
I think the thing that has changed is the refinement of things and the sanding of the rough edges. So the actual writing part is kind of the same.
Okay.
But before anybody outside of our home address hears it, Kristi hears it and then says something like, "Those 3 lines don't make sense," or like, "This is awkward to sing," or whatever. You're a fine tuner. You're a fine tuner.
he will kindly sometimes allow me to give little mini edits, and sometimes I fight for my edits and don't win. Sometimes I fight for my edits and do win, but ultimately he gets to make the decision because it's his song.
He's been a songwriter a little longer than you.
Yeah,
You just wrote a song, though.
I did just write a song,
I don't know.
which he made a couple little edits on.
Okay.
Yeah, you were very gracious. You were super gracious.
They were good edits.
Is that the first one that you've written that the two of you perform?
Yeah.
Yeah, the two of us,
Mm-hmm.
we've yet to perform it live, but we have recorded it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm only asking that because I wasn't sure because we didn't talk about what you were going to sing, if that was one you planned to sing today, because you don't have to, but it's part of the conversation we're in right now. So it seems like it would be silly not to ask if you're going to perform it because we are there.
Not tonight
Okay.
because it's going to take some rehearsal. Because in the recording studio, well, we're getting Dave to sing harmonies with me on the actual song that we recorded. I sing with myself.
Okay.
So we still have some work to do on it to make it performance ready.
Would it be performance ready by May 28th at the Arc?
We're talking about it because we do have Brad Phillips with us on May 28th, and he put a lot of the emotional intensity into it. Brad and Sarah Gibson with the strings. And
I
so
know
it
Sarah.
would be a good opportunity.
Yes.
Well,
yes. Not a dry eye will be in the house.
We're just
after
going to
that.
give them an incentive to come to the show by saying you might hear the Guadalupe.
Perhaps.
Very good. Well, congratulations on having your
Thank
first
you.
song written and recorded, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
I felt like a creative leap for me to do it. And
And
got played in New
broadcast.
Zealand on
Yeah.
Sunday, which was fun.
All the way in New Zealand. How did that happen? Who's working that for you?
That was, again, Hudson Harding that sent it out. But Dave also got quite a few people to play it in Michigan that he knows on the air.
We have friends.
I know you do. And because of the kindness that you've already shown, you're probably just, hey, I got a new song. Will you play it? Of course I will, is how the conversation would go. Well, I started our conversation today by saying usually cheerful, joyous, and fun, but life happens and loss happens, as we've all three of us experienced
Yeah,
in the
for
last
sure.
couple of years.
Yeah.
Chickadees CD is in memory of 7 people or pets. I think the last one is a pet, is my guess, because it's an unusual
Oh,
name.
the
But
last one, Josie. Oh, Josie P. Wagglesby. Yes,
sounds
the
like a
last
pet.
one. Yeah, Josie died a week before my dad died in 2024. And man, well, I'm glad she was there to greet him.
Yes.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And the hits keep coming because, we keep losing people, and I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if that's inspiring more songs, but on the newest album, you do have a song in tribute to John Latini. It's just called "Pulling from the Shore," and it's a beautiful very touching piece of music. And I think I met him first in studio with you at WHFR back in the day. I think like the two.
Wow,
that might have been the first time I met him. So,
that's going back.
Yeah, that is going back. I have history of that.
I think that's before we had cameras on our phones.
We probably did not. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I could research that later, but we're here now. Again, I don't know what songs you're planning on doing, but since I just brought it up, you could do that one, or we could just keep moving on in the conversation.
That one's got a lot of chords.
Okay. Today we are not prepared to do chords. On the Chickadees record, I also find that there's some New Orleans and or Cajun influencing kind of stuff. Dixieland, I guess is what I'm looking for. Where did that come from? Have you always kind of wanted to venture into that territory?
I've loved it. I really love buoyant music. I love joyful music. I love music that you dance to, and music that just buoys your spirit, and so like, you know, I love calypso. I love ska. I love the Dixieland.
You should tell them about the whole album for the Sugar Beet Cowboys you wrote in an hour. Or something.
Yeah, back in the day, this is maybe 25 years ago. A friend of ours was having a barn party, and she challenged Brian Lilly and I to both put together Zydeco bands, and because we were both going to be presenting these Zydeco bands at her barn party. And so I was like, yes, I'm up for that, because that's something I just love. And so the first thing I did is I came up with the name of the band, the Sugar Beet Cowboys, and then for about an hour.
Did you spell beat B-E-E-T or B-E-A-T?
B-E-A-T,
okay,
of course.
The Beatles.
Yes, Sugar Beet Cowboys, and then I took about 90 minutes and wrote all the songs. And
what happened to these songs?
Quality work.
And I think, what was it? Brian Lilly's band was called the Zydecajones, is what they were called.
Yes.
Yeah, and they were a little bit more like Dr. John and kind of trippy, like early 70s kind of vibe. And we were just full on like buckwheat Zydeco, play as fast and as hard as you can and make people dance.
Is that your go-to in that genre, buckwheat? Or?
Yeah, that style. Yeah. So, yeah. And so not to get too far on a tangent, the Sugar Beet Cowboys did go into recording studio in Ann Arbor, and we recorded, I think, 8 songs. And
it exists.
Yeah. The engineer, Jeff Michael at Big Sky Recording, wrote on our little hard drive thing. He wrote at one point, it had no mastering and no equalization. So he put on the thing, no master, no equal. And I was like, that's the name of the record. It's the Sugar Beet Cowboys. No master, no equal.
And did it ever come out for real?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's out there someplace.
Okay.
You could find it. If you can't find it, I'll get it to you. It's ferocious. It's a ferocious record.
But he spent more than an hour and a half writing our latest album, The Chickadees.
Probably.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Writing songs is hard. I mean,
it can be. When you're writing the wrong song, you are.
Right.
It's very hard, yes.
Do you feel like you're anywhere close to running out of ideas? I mean, I'm not saying you are. I'm just asking because it gets harder.
No. In fact, I'm writing one right now. It's called I'm Not Writing a Song Today.
Great.
Yes.
When John Gorka was here, he's my most recent guest. I commented on all the various female collaborators that he's worked with over the years, background singers that have sung with him, from Sean Colvin to, whoever. There's this huge list of people that he has had on records. And I thought, John, have you ever thought about doing an actual duets record where you do some country covers or something like that? You guys already are a duet. Have you thought about doing like a covers record where you sing classic duets?
We are now.
Okay. Yeah, we are now. Yeah, we'd have to dive into a new thing called licensing and figuring that stuff out.
Yes.
But I mean, people do it. We could do it. Of course we could do it. Yeah.
It'd be a fun show too.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the outfits.
Islands
the
in
outfits.
a Stream and Endless Love.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
Something by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. I mean, there's all sorts
Okay,
of...
we're gonna take you out for drinks, John, and you're gonna help us
We'll
produce
talk.
our
Let's
show.
do it. Happy to do that. Well, not a duet. What is the next song you want to do?
What's the next song you want to do, Dave?
What's the next thing?
You got to talk into the microphone, Kristi.
What's the next song you want to do, Dave?
Let's do Soapbox Soliloquy.
Okay, Dave and Kristi, my guests
All
on
right,
Acoustic Alternatives.
I'm going to quickly tune because Jason Denny taught me you're supposed to tune.
Well, he's a respected guitar player. I
He
think
is.
I'll
one
leave
of
it
the
back away from the mic.
one
And
of the finest.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He's all over that Chickadees record, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He just did such a wonderful job.
So this next song, if you can hear me over Dave's tuning, was kind of a request by me to write me a love song because when we first got together, he was writing all kinds of love songs.
I remember one of them.
Okay,
It's
which
about-
one do you remember?
It's about the town. What's the name of the town?
Oh, Dixboro.
Dixboro.
Oh,
thank you.
Dixboro.
Yes,
Yes, about
I
Dixboro,
really like that song.
a neighboring town to where we are right now.
Yeah.
And,
Close to Dixboro, aren't we?
pardon me?
We're very close.
We're very close.
Yes.
And then, we got married in 2013, and I think he got very secure. He's like, got the lady, put a ring on it.
Don't need to write a song about
Then
it
he
anymore.
started writing songs. You asked if he was running out of ideas. Well, then he could sort of leave the love songs behind and delve into all these other topics. And we'll be married 13 years in September. And so last year I said, you can still write a love song. You could come back and write a love song. So this next one is more about mature love, about love that's been through some tough times and gotten through, and has been through some seasons. Is mature.
Oh, yeah.
Is old. Not old. It's not really old because it's only 13 years.
Oh, you might be thinking of a different song.
Yeah, that's more seasonal. But this has been.
This is
This is
a
about
mature
love.
one.
This
Yeah.
is about mature love.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Is it? You're the songwriter.
Yes, of course it
Okay.
is. Yes, it is. This isn't the flowers and candy kind of. This isn't like, just young with all your chemistry just cooking. This has been aged in the cellar, I suppose. There we go. You ready? Okay.
I'll be the light coming through your window that brings you a brand new day. I'll let the birds sing and I'll let the wind blow and I'll kiss your pretty face. I'll be the brush that runs through your hair when the morning rushes on. Right next to the sink, yeah, I'll be there till your tangles and troubles are gone. I'll be a beach on a warm summer day. I'll be the sand in your shoe. I'll hang in your doorway till you sweep me away. 'Cause there's nothing I'd rather do. I'll be the dress hanging off of your shoulder with straps that can't wait to fall. And I'll land at your feet even when we get older, my dear, it's no trouble at all. I'll be the champagne that tickles your tongue when the new year is just minutes old. And I'll make you feel giddy told. I'll be your dance floor whenever you're ready to spin and sway so sweet. I'll know when to give in and when to hold steady, and I will put wings on your feet. Lifetime of soapbox soliloquies from princes, pirates, and potters. You say it's my turn, so won't you listen, please? Mine's the only one that'll hold the water. I'll be the pillow laying on your bed with down as light as air. I'll see your dreams play in your head and hope you'll find me there.
Dave and Kristi are my guests today on Acoustic Alternatives at Grove Studios. GroveStudios.space if you want to check out the space for yourself and maybe rent it for your needs, which could be a podcast, could be band practice, could be DJ skill practice, could be all sorts of things. But I'm so grateful to them. If they had not invited me to do this in 2020, I wouldn't be 103 or 4 episodes in wherever we are right now. It all started with them saying, you know, we really think you'd like doing a podcast. Like, does the world need another music podcast? And then, yeah, just try it. And if it hadn't been for that, there would not be all these conversations and performances. And so grateful. GrowStudios.space. Thanks to them.
We're grateful, too, that you've gotten to do this.
Yes, for sure.
Good folks.
Yeah, it's just another part of the community, another wonderful part of our musical community we have here.
What a lovely song. I wouldn't mind if somebody wrote me a love song like that. Kristi, you're a lucky gal.
I am a lucky gal. You're so right. Thanks, Dave.
Backing up to our podcast from the first time round, shortly after that or during that time, you guys were doing a lot of concerts from your breakfast nook, essentially. Do you miss doing those from home? Those little mini concerts?
Yeah. So during COVID, we started doing something we called the Breakfast Club on Saturday mornings. And we did it the whole year, the whole first year. And then we did it the second year, too, not as diligently, but we still did quite a few. And we met. It was such a great way to build community and a whole different thing. Like, you know, you're on camera is just a little bit different than being on the stage.
Yeah, because it's permanent. Like this will be a permanent conversation.
Yeah.
Unless you guys say, we please delete that. And I doubt you'll do that. But.
We had so much fun doing it. It was a lot of work. Yeah. You know,
oh my
it's a lot of work, John, right?
It is, yes. Because then there's the editing afterwards. And yeah, it
well,
takes me a while.
We didn't edit.
Yeah.
No.
Ours was live, but
we did have a different theme every week that required some diligence.
Costumes, food, drinks,
decor.
Yes. Rehearsing new songs.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to have something positive to focus on.
Of course.
Yes.
But now there's day jobs and you try and balance that with touring and playing things like this. And like, how does that all work for you guys with your lives that aren't performing and then trying to find time to squeeze in these performances?
We have very complex calendars and we have to be very fastidious and we can't burn any bridges and we have to make sure that anybody that might have sway over our day is happy to do what we ask them, basically.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but...
Well, you know, I have
asked for time off. You need to.
But I'm learning something here.
Yeah, I have people that have sway over my.
John got it. John got it before I did.
My week, yeah. But even you have sway over the shape of my week, so I have to keep you happy too, just so I can go fishing when I want to go fishing.
You got to go fishing last week.
I know.
You caught 2 fish.
Do you want to talk at all about the day jobs and how they fit in? Or, I mean, you can just...
Well, it's just nice that we have insurance. And we have we have a it's not like a financial empire. It's just we have a financial foundation that we don't have to adjust the music at all. We don't have to adjust what we create to ensure our financial stability. Like, what was you read a book? A while
Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah.
She wrote a book on creativity, though I can't remember the name of it now, but she told her, she was a writer, and she told, speaking to her writing and saying, I will never make you support me. I will always be here to support you. And so just a different way of looking at being an artist. You can, our art does help support us, but we also help support our art so we can make the art that we want to.
Are you able to get outside of the mitten much to go, venture into the places that were playing your record across the country?
We went to Maryland last year, and that was a blast. That was a great time.
People who had heard you on the radio, perhaps?
They saw us. Where did they? Oh, they saw us at a conference. They saw us at a folk music conference, and said, "We got to have you.
Come to us."
Yeah.
The Deer Creek Coffee House series that Jeff King runs in Maryland.
Yes. Yeah.
Darlington, Maryland.
Yeah. And we go to Ohio. We go to Oberlin, Ohio, pretty much every year, at least once or twice.
And now that we're empty nesters, John, because we just got our daughter married.
Oh.
We can leave. And there's no dog in the house either that has to be taken care of. So we can do that now, John. We could travel out of Michigan if we wanted to.
Is music more of a job or a hobby at this point? I mean, it's kind of both.
It's a jobby.
It's a job.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do. It's good. It's very, very good for our marriage. It's very, very good for our mental health. It's nice for us. Financially, it's just good. And, plus the other thing is like the people we meet, like all the encounters and the people we meet, the places we go. I mean,
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
Well, it's a lot about it contributes to our quality of life immensely, and it pays for itself, which is nice.
Good.
So instead of being like a Civil War reenactor where you got to buy this and buy that and buy that, and I don't think they get paid.
I know one, actually. I should ask him. I don't know.
Yeah, like if you
maybe
show
they're
up,
professional versions of them, and also an amateur versions. Just like musicians. And some get paid. Maybe. Who knows? Our next career.
He used to work with me at the record store back in the day, back at Record Time. Good old Ken.
Good old Ken. Did he enact at Greenfield Village in Dearborn?
I don't know exactly where he does his things, but I see him dressed up in his garb. Sometimes on Facebook. Not in person yet.
Not in person.
Maybe one day. Well, I know this summer you've got a bunch of great shows and festivals to perform at. Do you have like a mental list of where you're going to be?
Yes. I think just in is it a week? We're going to be in...
Oh, we'll be in Muskegon at Teddy Spaghetti's.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for that.
That's not a festival, but Be the Music, a wonderful nonprofit organization, is putting more live music into the Muskegon and Norton Shores area. Taking Rod Capps, from Annie and Rod Capps band with us to provide the secret special sauce.
Hopefully it's drier up there and less wet and frozen.
Oh, I know. And we will be, of course, the Ark on the last Thursday in May 28th, with Jason Denny and Brad Phillips. And then we start the music festival season in June. Nor'easter Music Festival in Mayo, Michigan. Will you be coming up for that this time?
Probably not, but maybe.
Not okay. We'll see. We'll see if John. Sometimes you're there helping out and emceeing and such.
You'll get to meet, if you come, you can meet Jeff King from the Deer Creek concert series, because he's trekking to Michigan to see what Michigan's like in the summer.
Cool.
We'll be at Harbor Nights concert series in Harrisville, Michigan, on the Lake Huron side at the end of June.
Yes.
Beaver Island Music Festival, third weekend in July, up on Beaver Island. You go to Charlevoix. You
Your
take
brain
a
is good. You're remembering all these.
little bit, I guess. You take a ferry boat ride to about 2.5 hours out into Lake Michigan, or a little 20-minute plane ride.
Yep.
Get to the island. Very special festival.
Yes. And then what do we do after that? Oh, the Old Town in Ann Arbor on Kristi's birthday, August 2nd.
Okay.
Yes.
Bring gifts.
Just bring your happy selves.
Yes. It'll be a
We'll
great
make it a party.
time. Yes. It'll be a concert. It'll be a party. It'll be a concert and a party.
And people can find out about all of these things at
DaveandKristi.net.
and ampersand or and the word or either.
Word.
Word,
Yeah.
sister.
And the word. Yes.
And the word. Do you find it difficult having the day jobs, getting all the gigs lined up, and then trying to find time to tell people about them on social media? Because, I mean, that's my marketing plan, too. I don't have, like, an email list. You have an email list. I'm on it. So you at least have one way to get it to everybody. And because if I throw something on Facebook, 5 people might see it or 80 people might see it. I don't know. I never know. I can post a picture of the weekly playlist and I get like 1 or 2 likes. I can post a picture of the number 6 and I get 80 likes. I'm like, what? I don't understand this at all.
I know. Facebook.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, what was it?
You're
No,
such-
the post that almost broke my Facebook thing was I got a Beaver Island library card. And it was just a picture of me holding the card in front of the library. And it was like the biggest thing. It was bigger than when we got married. It was like gigantic.
That's crazy.
Which makes me feel good that people support library cards.
The library, number 6,
Yeah.
and libraries.
Yeah.
It's silly, but that is one way for people to find out about what's going on in your worlds. You're similar to me. You don't post a lot about what's going on in your personal lives there. Once in a while, there's something in there, but most of it's just like, here's what we're doing, come see us. Here's what we're doing, come see us. And that's, to me, that's fine.
Yeah. I did a little post about getting a new phone because that was kind of monumental.
Yes. But it is a lot to keep up on because if you only post a one, you're not going to get a ton of traction. You got to look at all the other ones. It's like a new way to do business. Like when you were in the Drunk Monkeys, you guys didn't do that at all. You had a label, you had flyering on posts on
Exactly.
On
Old
windshields.
school.
on windshields. Right. I mean, there's a totally different way to build your audience. And
Yeah.
now if you're not on a social media site, good luck.
You don't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah, back in the day, we used to ride our horse and buggies into Hamtramck, and we would put flyers
Paper-
under the windshield wipers of
Papyrus flyers.
all the papyrus flyers. Yes, and we had a scribe that would make our flyers.
I know that the Junk Monkeys thing was a period of your life. Do you ever talk to the guys and think about doing some reunion shows?
We just ran into him. We did a fundraiser for WHFR a couple weeks ago,
Yes, I know.
and 2 of my former bandmates showed up, and we just we're all good together, but everybody's kind of doing their own thing.
Nobody wants to revive and do like a reunion show just for the hell of it.
They've done a few of those.
Yeah, we've
in
done
the
them.
past.
We've done them with varying degrees of success.
There's been a lot of time between the records.
Yeah, well, I watched yesterday. I actually watched a video of us playing at Paychex Lounge in 1987, and I thought that is amazing how fast we played. Like we played very fast and very intricate, and I was like looking at my hands, thinking like, can you do that anymore? I don't even know if you can do that anymore. Because it just gets
Take some
harder.
training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to get into shape. I'd have to have
Yeah.
I'd have to have a trainer. I'd have to hire a trainer.
You're mostly acoustic guitar these days. That's why.
Yes. Like sometimes when we have our show band, we have a 7-piece show band, then I'll play an electric guitar for a few of the songs. But most of the time, it's just like this guy right here.
I'm ashamed to say I haven't been to enough of your shows to know the answer to this question. But Kristi, with your background as a dancer, do you incorporate dance into the shows ever? I mean, not other
You
than just
probably
swing.
noticed that I incorporate movement and stage presence, hopefully. Haven't done serious choreography, but I do movement, hand gestures, movement, small things. I can't detract from the lead singer, though. Can't upstage the lead singer
you
with too much
do.
dancing.
Right.
You do just by walking on stage.
When did the book come out? Because I know I was the MC for your party. What year was that?
Okay, so yes, I wrote a book called Long Legs and Tall Tales, and that launched in 2015. So it just
11
had
years.
its 10. Yeah, it had its 10-year anniversary last year, and yes, you were the wonderful host, MC of the evening. That was super cool.
It's a fun read. You're still
thank
promoting
you.
the book 10 years later.
I still do. We are almost out of the heart. We had some made to have in our house, and we take them, to events and things like that and sell them. And then you can also buy it on Amazon or any online online platform that sells digital books, ebooks, any kind of ebook. But we are almost completely out of we only have a few left of the actual copies in our basement.
And I need to reread it.
Just so you know.
Yeah, because it's been a while since I've read it, and I'm starting to miss things. And she'll say, "That's in the book," and I'll be like,
I'm missing things. I have to look up my own story sometimes.
Maybe it's
figure
time
it out.
to do the audio book version, like the read by you version.
Yeah.
Actually, I had somebody else ask me about that recently, and yes.
You could use.
Do it
We're
here.
going to point. I'm going to point that people can't see.
Yeah.
There's a table right there with microphones and a mixer, and you can record directly into that.
You just gave us 2 really good ideas tonight,
You're
John.
welcome. No charge.
Okay.
Dave and Kristi are my guests today. They've got a big show coming up at the Arc pretty soon, and they're here to perform some songs. I think this is a nice time to take another break for some music.
All right.
You want to do Chase Too Many Things, or you want to do Roll? You Chase Too Many Things?
I would like to
Something else?
to introduce John to the Outlaw Polka. is what I would
Oh,
like to do.
okay.
I like this one a lot. This was a fun one from the record. The Chickadees. Dave and Kristi are my guests
All right.
today.
Kristi,
on
you-
Acoustic Alternatives.
You talk about the song while I tune up.
Turn away from the guitar. Turn away. Well, I'm going to talk then. GroveStudios.space again is the website. This is where we've been recording podcasts for Acoustic Alternatives. They find about 95% of them are here. Some of them have been recorded at other people's homes. You can hear many of the songs that were recorded for the podcast on the great Sonic Coast radio station. I do a little feature at 3 o'clock, which is called the Acoustic Coffee Break, brought to you by Grove Studios. And this is where some of these songs land on internet radio.
Whoa.
So you could possibly hear this next song on Sonic Coast.
Whoa.
I have been listening to Sonic Coast. I know, it's great. Okay.
All right. Here we go.
They outlawed the polka from here to Timbuktu. All the folks were crying, there was nothing they could do. They outlawed the polka from here to Kankakee, and the cops were going crazy chasing my polka band and me. They outlawed the polka from here to Cleveland Heights. Every dance hall in the land was squarely in their sights. The paddy wagons rolled when they heard the 1, 2, 3, but they never could bring in my polka band. My polka band and me. Ah, they said it was dangerous and threatened our youth, but everyone knew the plain and simple truth. There are those secrets that are just too good to keep, like the emperor in exile having 2 left feet. So they outlawed the polka from here to St. Pete. The lawyers hit the airwaves and the thugs hit the street. The courtrooms were clogged with devils and debris, but they never could bring in my polka band, my polka band and me. They bought every old glory their arms could hold, but they only used them for earplugs and blindfolds. Betsy Ross was on the phone. She said to the band,
Better load up the gear, boys, and get in the van.
we played every church basement. We drew a desperate crowd. No matter your faith, everyone was allowed. Yeah, the Catholics had the beer, the Amish worked the tour, the Quakers just danced, the agnostics didn't know what the heck was going on. outlawed the polka man, and everything went south. Cats and dogs were starving, we were living hand to mouth. They doctored the discourse while I nursed a Pabst. When the breweries all went silent, man, the price of grain collapsed.
Folks gathered round, the ones they love most.
The world was not in ruins, but it was getting pretty close. When the wind blew like a dragon with an old smoker's cough, well, we knew we couldn't wait for the other shoe to drop. So we dropped our names, it was safer that way. We worked through the night, laid low through the day. Yeah, it's been years since we've seen our kin. We can't say where we're going, and we won't say where we've been. But if you hear rumble on your street late at night, it ain't no jackhammer or a street gang fight. It's the call of the accordion and 1,000 stomping feet, 'cause they never will bring in my polka band, my polka band, my polka band.
Outlaw Polka from my guest Dave and Kristi on Acoustic Alternatives. Fun track from the Chickadees, the duo's latest record from June of last year. And if you want to see some of Kristi's dance moves, look for the video, because there was some choreography going on in that track. And actually, I don't know that I remember you playing harmonica on anything before.
I play on that. I play on a couple songs.
Okay.
I did have one lesson with Peter Mad Cat
I was
Ruth,
gonna
Grammy
say.
Award-winning harmonica player,
He's been
and I wasn't allowed to come back. Dave got me 3 lessons for my birthday, I think, and I wasn't allowed to come back until I mastered the first lesson. So working on that.
How many months ago was that?
How many years ago was that?
Oh, yes. I meant years. Sorry. Better get on that.
I got to get on that.
Peter's
I know.
still here. Let's make sure.
I know. I have to go utilize his expertise, and he's the best.
Yeah. He's a good friend. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. Follow-up question that should have been asked before the song. Work on a book together about your story? Because your story is pretty cool on how you guys met so young and then, eventually found your way back to each other. And there's this really cute picture of the two of you dressed up nicely. It must have been like a homecoming or something. I don't know what it was, but
Our 9th grade dance.
yes.
Probably.
I've seen the
Yes.
picture. I know the picture in my head.
When
I
I
can see
looked
it.
like a little Farrah Fawcett,
Yes.
and Dave looked like Chachi from Happy Days.
That's right. That's exactly right. But
Yeah.
I mean, your journey has been kind of interesting, and maybe that would make it another good book. Just
A
saying.
small one. It could be.
Yeah.
I've been wanting Dave to write his stories from his travels with the Junk Monkeys, and that would be a good ending.
Oh, we could sell them as like a pair of books.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And then the love story would bring them together.
Oh, my God. Then it'd be a trilogy.
Third good idea from
Yes.
John. Third good idea from
Okay,
John tonight.
No charge. It's all good. One of the things I've noticed that you've been doing a little bit more lately too, which is another way for people to discover you that haven't just already discovered you, is when you play a tribute show. So you did the one when Todd Snyder passed away, and they did that one for the Ark. I knew you did the Springsteen one. Do you enjoy doing those, or is that like a lot of work learning something maybe you didn't know Todd Snyder's music? I don't know how big of a fan you were before he passed.
It's funny. I didn't realize how big of a Todd Snyder fan I was, because about 15, 16 years ago, somebody up north gave me a Todd Snyder live CD that was like a bootleg off a soundboard. And I listened to it, and I loved it. And I learned a song off it called "Don't Tempt Me, Baby," and that it's a Todd Snyder duet with Loretta Lynn. It's fantastic. But that was like 15, 16 years ago, and that was like the soundtrack of like a summer for me. And then when the summer ended, I just went on to other things. And then we got asked to play this Todd Snyder tribute show, and I was like, I don't think I didn't even remember that the guy I listened to that so long ago was named Todd Snyder, and we got asked to play it, and I said, well, I guess we could try to. And then as we went through his catalog, I was like, I know that song, I played that song, I know that song.
We do love doing the tribute shows. We've probably done half a dozen, but we do spend quite a lot of time trying to learn the new material.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for remembering the question, because he went a little tangential on me, which was
did.
good. No, it was a good
that's
story.
What I do.
It's a
We
good
probably
story.
could do the Todd Snyder song.
But no, I'm not asking you to do that. It was more about whether you like actually enjoyed doing those, and it's a good way.
yeah.
Like I said, it's a good way for people who might not come to see you otherwise. They're going to see this thing, and then they
Yeah.
get this 1 or 2 song performance from you. Like that's who are these people? Like a couple of my favorites I discovered in a 1 or 2 song performance. Like I remember seeing Jen Siggett at the Arc just do one song,
Yeah.
whatever it was. I don't remember what it was, but I remember sitting there going, "Wow."
She's memorable.
Right.
Jen Siggett
Yeah.
is memorable.
Yeah, it was Leaving Marshall Street, and this just stood out. Like I need to find out who you are. So I mean
Love
that
that.
impact you could have on somebody else with your, even if it's a cover, could happen.
It is. I tell you, especially doing the Springsteen tribute in Corktown.
For the Motor City Mitten Mission
Yes.
that Mike and Angie Ward
Yeah,
put on, fundraiser.
Yeah, we've done 2 of those, and that's a heck of a night,
you were already a Springsteen fan, though.
without a doubt, for sure. Yeah, that's going to be in the book that we write.
Okay.
It's going to be in part 2 of the trilogy.
Bruce is why he's a musician today.
Yes, I think we
Yes.
talked about that too. I think that was actually in our conversation.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie they did about the making of Nebraska? That thing that came out, was that last
We've
year?
been talking about it. We haven't seen it
We
yet.
haven't
You should
seen
see
it yet.
Oh, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Okay then. Well, if
Movie
John
night.
likes it, movie night. That's going to be great. Yeah.
Another cool thing that happened since we last spoke 5+ years ago is you actually got to sing your song about Thornetta Davis with Thornetta Davis in the house. Tell me about that experience.
Dream come true, bucket list item.
Yes.
Yes.
Hottest day ever.
Temperature wise.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this song "Oh Thornetta,"
Yes.
which is a true story about
Oh, it's the Thomas cousins making their way from Hale, Michigan to Traverse City, Michigan, trying to get to a Thornetta show. It's a true story. And Thornetta was made aware of the song, and then we met her a couple years ago at Ann Arbor Summer Festival. And
she was performing with
Yeah.
her band on
and
the main stage.
I said, "I'm Dave Boutette. I wrote a song with your name in it." And she looked at me and she goes, "You're the guy! You're the guy!" And she was so great. Her and what's the 2
Rosemary and
the 2 background singers that she works with, that she's worked with since she was like 14.
the twins.
Yeah, they are amazing. They're beautiful, wonderful, wonderful people. And we got asked to play the song at Thornetta's birthday party, an outdoor concert.
We told her
at
it
the
was
Caju
it would be
Cafe.
our dream to play for her, and she tried to give us an opportunity that year that we saw her a couple years ago, and we weren't able to do the one she first wanted us to do. But then they remembered us was a year or 2 later.
Yes, like 2 years later. It was,
But we did tell her it would be our dream to open for you with this song.
and it was the Caju Cafe on the east side of Detroit, and the
Hottest day in the entire
yeah,
universe.
and it was outdoors, and it was just smoking hot. It was just crazy hot. But it was a great time. We had a wonderful time, and they were her and her band are just so kind and so nice, so welcoming.
Her
And,
husband.
yeah, her audience was very, very kind to us. Like, who are we? We're walking up we're like 2 people from Dexter walking up on stage, and they were totally cool with us. They were great.
That's great. Detroit's Queen of the Blues.
Yes.
I saw she just did some shows over in Europe, and I know she's been a guest on a couple of like national release records where she's a guest vocalist. I can't remember, Bob Core Tour, I think. So yeah, I mean, she's ours. We still think of her as ours, but I think she actually is doing a little bit more outside of our region. Than
She
we really
deserves
realized.
that
Oh, yeah.
national, international
Absolutely.
recognition. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for like 35 years.
Right.
Like she should get some.
She's the real deal.
She
Yeah,
is.
without a doubt.
My current job at WEMU, we have a regular feature at 3:00 every weekday called Blues Time, and I mean, Thornetta is in the core section of that shows. Like, there's stuff that you always use, and then there's the other stuff. She's in the,
Didn't she write a song with Jeff Daniels?
she did, yes.
Yeah.
Something about Patriot. I forget what it's called. Yeah, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what
America.
Yeah, that's right. What is next for the 2 of you? I know this record is only a year old. Besides the one single, is there more coming? Is there a plan?
We have toyed with a Christmas album for many years
Okay.
because we're very big on Christmas, doing Christmas shows.
Okay.
And Dave's
I've
written
noticed.
a number of really, really good Christmas songs.
Yeah, they're pretty good. All right.
I could loan you some pretty sad ones I wrote. You could turn them into songs.
Oh, okay.
That's how I write.
Yes, but that work needs to be done, in the summer or early fall.
If you want to
No.
have
At
it
the
out by
latest.
No,
October.
not early fall. Before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, summer, I would say.
Yes.
The probable next record will be a holiday release then.
People keep asking for it,
Okay.
and we keep not having it.
Okay.
So
But so many people are just dropping singles now, John.
that's in the parlance of the.
I've said this in many a podcast, so forgive me, listener, if you've heard me say it. A single is nice, but I forget that it exists if it's not on a record.
Oh, see, this is good insider knowledge.
Because I'm more likely to go to my shelf and pull something off. Or if I'm going to play something from an artist, I'll probably look for an album, not just where's that one song I remember they released 3 years ago? I'll forget about it in 3 years. If it's not on a record, it's just, I forget.
Yeah.
So I'm a physical media guy. I'm glad you guys are still making the physical media. Vinyl's cool and all, but it's also very expensive to produce.
Yeah.
And I think trying to turn my record collection back into a record collection like it used to be would be an incredible expense that I'm unwilling to take, nor are my floors willing to take, because they would just collapse.
How many records do you think you have?
18,000 plus. Anyway.
I knew you had a lot. We talked about it once before.
Oh my gosh.
I've been in the music business since 1985 in one form or another, right? So record retail, record wholesale, and radio. I didn't buy all 18,000 of those. Some of those were free. Some of those were $1 at a resale shop.
Yeah.
And some of them were $30 because they're a Japanese import. So yes, there is a weird balance of what I own, but that's my hobby. I don't do drugs. I'm not a big drinker. That's my addiction. These little round things with music on them. Is that going to hurt me?
Love that.
When the shelf finally falls on my head, and not this way, yes, that has happened. They have fallen while I'm sitting in my office. I go, whoa, okay, stabilize that shelf. Get a new shelf from IKEA. But yeah, no, it's a better hobby than some things that I could do with myself, right?
We encourage it.
As have music in my collection. So
We encourage it.
if you're enjoying the music, you can find some of their records. Are they all still in print, or once you sell your batch, you're done?
Oh, golly. Well, we've had a couple. We've got a couple of our things, a couple of my things like redone.
Okay.
And it's just nice. It's nice to be able to offer folks
Yeah.
when they say, "I want everything you have," or one of everything you have.
Okay.
Nobody's ever said, "I want everything you have," but that would be amazing.
Well, May 28th at the Arc, there's a merch table. If you find the time to go to the show, I highly encourage you to do so. Go to the merch table and see what's left. Would you like
We'll
to
have stuff. We'll have stuff.
Would you like to do another song to close our conversation out?
Yeah.
Of course.
What would it be?
Yes.
Any dealer's choice. New, old.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it going to be? Tell me about the song, Dave.
This is called "You Chase Too Many Things."
I do?
And what happens with this song on the record? We have Jason Denny and Brad Phillips.
I
Oh,
have their
yes.
numbers.
Good
I
choice.
can call them and see if they'll join us right now.
They did separate sessions at the recording studio.
Big Sky, I assume?
Yeah, for sure. And how did it work out?
Brad recorded his part first on the violin. And then when we brought Jason in, he was able to hear what Brad had played. And then he was echoing with the mandolin. I don't know if echoing's the right word. And he said,
Answering. I guess,
answering with
yeah.
the mandolin. And he said, I love chasing after my friends. Something like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
We
And
said,
you can
that's so
hear
cool what you did.
Yeah, you can hear
In
Brad
response
go,
to Brad.
Yeah, like Brad will go like baby didn't do, and then immediately Jason's like didn't do, just following him. Like it's just
So we're looking for that magic from them at the Arc. So if they're listening, that's what we're expecting.
yeah.
But we're going to rehearse. Don't worry. We're going to
Yeah.
rehearse with them.
No slacking, fellas. All right, here we go. It's gonna go like this.
When I was a boy, didn't have no plan. Dream came along and away I ran. Dreams piled up like stones in a dam. Yeah, you chase too many things and you don't catch nothing.
Yeah, could have been a pop star, fire chief,
Triple Crown winner or a diamond thief, but I only get by the skin of my teeth. You chase too many things and you don't catch nothing. Well, see that guy with a sailboat, got a pink martini and a crest on his coat. How you ever gonna keep all that afloat? The dreams come at you too fast to keep up. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Ah, roses on the compass, roses on the lawn. Hitch me to a dream and man, I'm gone. When the roses fade, it's the same old song. You chase too many things and you don't catch nothing. Well, see that girl with the sweet French braid. Ain't nobody gonna stand in her way. Set her eyes to the west and slipped on her shades and passed me by like I was standing still. Well, how many times did I come so close, but I always went wide of the goalpost. And the boy I was really feels like a ghost, and it haunts me to this day. Yeah, you chase too many things and you don't catch nothing. Chase too many things and you don't catch nothing. I always thought it'd amount to something, but you chase too many things and you don't catch nothing.
5 years, 6 months, and 6 days since their last visit to Grove Studios. Dave and Kristi here on Acoustic Alternatives, grovestudios.space, if you want to see what it looks like in here, because we've spent in 2 different rooms now, 5+ years apart, doing the same thing, talking about your music, playing your music, and letting people know there's a newish album called Chickadees. There's a really big show happening at the Arc, May 28th, thearc.org for information on how to get tickets, daveandkristi.com. Net. Darn it, I was close.
See, because he was DaveBoutette.net, because it rhymed.
Yes, it does, and it did. It still does. You too, I really appreciate your friendship and the fact that we can do this together still, and you make my heart smile, so thank you for being here.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for having us out. This is just a great space and a great time.
And a great show.
Yeah.
A great playlist you've put together.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to do it. I didn't expect that when I got furloughed from my job during the pandemic that it would lead me to this, because if I had not gotten furloughed or had just stayed there, this wouldn't have been necessary. I would have been doing these interviews in 20-minute segments on a radio station and, potentially reaching more people. I don't know, but I enjoy these long-form chats where we get a little bit more relaxed. We don't have to worry about I got to wind this up because we got to get to commercials. Right. Yeah. So it's just, we're just talking and relaxing and doing the thing. So
love it.
So incredibly grateful to Grove Studios again, grovestudios.space. Thank you to them for making this possible, and look for information about your show. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Great to see you.